Bloggos, POW!
Okay, we're going to do an old school bloggo because recently we've been doing other things like the unboxing video and the Commodore 64 racing conversions and that. So let's take it back to the beginning. So here we go, Salamander, released in 1986, a sort of follow-up to Gradius. Not quite really the actual sequel to Gradius, because that followed a couple of years later in 1988 as Gradius 2, aka Vulcan Venture. This differs from Gradius because it's got a different weapon system. You don't select the weapon at the bottom of the screen by catching a little power-up icon. You get the power-ups as they're set out in the level. This makes for a bit of a faster game, I'd say. You power up faster. It's not quite as hard as Gradius, and when you die you reappear on the screen where you died and put the option to pick up your options as a result. It's also 2 players, which is challenging to say the least. Actually, I think makes the game harder because you only have 2 options each, or at least only 4 options on the screen at any one time, so somebody could have 4 and somebody could have none. And you can also run you can knock each other's ships into scenery, so that makes that harder in some of the tighter spaces, which we'll see some of in a moment. Ah, crap. There we go, here's the first boss, the brain golem. And the graphics in this game are fantastic. Sometimes they're a little blocky and a little less well defined than they are in something like Gradius from the year before, but this is, and look at that, that's really cool, isn't it? Big floating brain with arms. Who would have thought? Right, so let's try and do this bit without a laser. Shouldn't be too bad. Well, it appears that the odds of navigating an asteroid field are actually pretty good. I'm going to die now, aren't I? Wait for the epileptic fit. Here it comes. There it is. With the speed up, really. So this was released on home systems as well. Came out courtesy of Konami's own in-house programs, first off for the Spectrum and Amstrad. They also did other things at the same time. They did their own version of Jailbreak, Jackal and Nemesis. Nemesis again, I've briefly covered before in another video, which I thought was a pretty good conversion at the time. Salamander finally came out on the Commodore 64 in, I'm going to say 88, I think. It was later than the other conversions, and was handled by Ocean and then published by Imagine. Very, very good version. Very good. Missing a few levels though, I seem to remember. It also came out on the MSX, which, as is often the case with MSX versions, it was more of a remix, had extra bits and pieces you didn't see in the arcade version. And then came out, confusingly, on the Famicom, but with the Gradius power-up system, which made the game a lot harder. And then on the NES, and was in Life Force. Now this is where things get really confusing. because Salamander was reskinned to make it a bit more biological rather than the out there trippiness we've got here. Renamed Life Force for the American arcade release. Same game, but this, for example, was green rather than red and yellow, meaning it was the idea was you were flying into a big biological body like the Fantastic Voyage, and this would be like, I don't know, stomach acid if it was green or something like that, and the asteroids in the second stage were, I don't know, gallstones, and anyway, all very, very strange and different. How they quite explained a fucking great dragon in the in somebody's body, I really don't know. But then it became known as Life Force from there on in, which was very confusing. The NES version of Life Force was a conversion of the Famicom version of Salamander, so it had the Gradius weapon system rather than the simple pickups we've got here. Grr. So yes, again, Konami strikes again with their whole thing of oh shit, I should have picked some missiles up. Thing of changing games names for different regions, but then making completely arbitrary changes to those games. Very, very strange. Oh crap. Oh well, that was Salamander, an old school Blogo shoot 'em up. Good fun game. Also, Sega Saturn version. Excellent conversion, so that's probably, if you're gonna play it away from MAME, it's worth picking up that version. So yeah. Here, subscribe or naff off.